Well, hello back everyone. I'm hopeless at updates, as you know, but I just ran out of MIG wire. No way. Wait up, I'll flip this around. That is hot. That is proper hot. I ground a bit of it up to see what it's going to look like. I've still got to fill in the gaps from when the rims were originally cut and flipped. Grind back all the rest of the welds. Weld the center in properly. I've got to put it on something to make it true. And then send them off to be sandblasted. And then depending what the finish is like, I'll get them powder coated. If not, I'll do a couple of layers of high fill. And then I've got to do that one. And if they go off and get sandblasted and high filled, I'm sending the fronts off as well. God, I'm happy with that. And they're 12-inch wide now. I could go heaps wider. Heaps of room on the inside. Oh. That is hot. Looks shit because that ring that I welded in is dark, but once they're all painted silver, that is going to look hot as. To say I'm useless at filming is an understatement. I have, in the set that's on the car, I've been through 4 sets already. Haven't filmed a bloody thing. Didn't even film anything at all. I've been tagged in a couple of Snapchat stories, so with some luck, I might be able to message some people and get them to send me some videos, but I've been pretty high speed drifting the corners, which a lot of other people were. I wish I could get a video of what there was a silver VYSS and like, I could have reached out the door and touched his quarter. Friggin' bring him back, drifter boys. Can't wait to go drifting again. This has lit a fire under me. But burnouts are tonight. I did have a fire this morning. The dash caught on fire again. These relay fuse boxes that I've got can't take the power that they're taking, so it is jerry rigged to the max at the moment. A couple of things twisted and taped. There's a couple of fuses added in and some dodgy stuff going on. But it's running and I'm ready for burnout. So hopefully I get a good video at least of the burnout and then see what people send me. Right, until then, I'll talk soon. That's less than ideal. Remember kiddos, do your wheel nuts up. Our cruise went good. Had a sick time. Done me qualifying skid on like these little rubber bands, and yeah, Top Gear was, you could not keep it off limiter no matter what you did. Then I went back out for just a fun skid, and I thought someone else did the tyre up, someone else thought I did the tyre up, but either way, the tyre wasn't done up and it fell off. So we've folded this under itself pretty severely. Amazingly, no paint's chipped away. It's cracked, like all the paint's still there, really. Just got to try and pull it back out. So I have forklift chain to this side. I got to come along. Got to get a D-shackle out of the front of the frenner, and then I just made this to be able to pull on, obviously, because we're using chains. So we're going to put this up behind there and give her a pull out. So hopefully that works, but it's pushed in all the way back to here, because obviously once that folds up, it's got to pull material from somewhere. So you can kind of see it's pulled it from here and from just here. And the worst part is, what I'm worried about is that's all bog to make that, because this whole quarter was wrecked. That's all bog there too. But we'll find out how it goes. It's never going to be as straight as that one, but it's not too bad. You got it back out pretty good. I've still got tension on that bit. I've got to smack the back of it a couple more times. I really wish I could smack in here. It needs a hit. Where was I looking? Needs a hit here. Somewhere along here, but the problem is if I hit the outside of the paint, it's going to shatter it all. So I'm going to be very dodgy, and I'm going to put a bit of super glue behind that bit and stick that back down, same as this side, and then I'm just going to dab the blue into there like I did on the other side and call it a day. I still got to get new wheel studs, but it's better than it was. It's the best it's going to be. It's not too bad, really. It's just where the paint's cracked everywhere, but it's all super glued back on. The only spot I couldn't get to was just here. There's a dimp behind the paint, but should be right. From, what's that, 2 steps back? Which meant, don't care. That'll do until we get it resprayed next year sometime. Now just to, someone put a sticker on my car. Now just to fix this problem. I don't know if I'll put it in the video or not, but I had another dash fire. Holy crap, I can't get over how much rubber flings up at Power Cruise. Yeah, I had another dash fire, so I had to dodgy some stuff. And add in fuses everywhere because I lost fuel pump. Oh, that's right, I zip tied it up. So the other, I usually have 2 panels up the other way, and one's in here, and they just look like that behind there. That one's for this. That's lights, blinkers, horn, wipers, all that. That one is, and I haven't had a problem with it. Look at the fire extinguisher dust. Put that up behind the dash. This one is getting changed. There's too much like current trying to come out of one box, because that is, I put start and ECU power into one, ran power to it. That one is that the bigger fuse? I don't remember. Either that one's fuel pump or that one's fuel pump, and the other one's the fan on the radiator. That's all I needed. That's all I wired up. This one would be trans cooler. This one would be the other fan on the radiator. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a flat bit of steel and go straight across, and then I'm just going to put all the fuses and relays on it, because the problem with this is, well, the fire was in this actual, in that two fuses, but it caught the back of the fuse box just there on fire. And why is it cactus? So yeah, there's too much current draw on these shitty boxes, because there's only 2 powers that come in, and then they loop between each fuse or each relay fuse, whatever. So yeah, we'll make up a panel to go across there, and the 6 fuses and relays that are in this one will go onto that panel, and this one I'll just put up behind the dash, because you might not be able to see it, you might be, but I've also got fuses and relays behind there, gauges, brake lights, reverse lights, accessories. So I'll probably put that other box just there somewhere. Like behind the dash isn't pretty, but that's the idea. See, there's a heap up in there. Obviously behind the dash doesn't need to be pretty. You don't see it. Only I show everyone. But when you look in here, you don't see any of this. So yep, put that panel back over it, and then you won't see it again because that'll be over it. Damn it, that ripped that, but oh well. And then I'm going to buy, because at the moment to put my windows up and down, I'm just using my walkie battery. Well, I'm going to get one of those kits and put the windows on switches, which I want to hide the switches as well, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might either put them in the middle console, or I'll get the lid back for this and put them in there, but I do use that for cup holder. And then I even thought about putting them up into here, but I've done a lot of breath tests in this car, let me tell you. But I'll work it out. We'll go from there. But that's the next job to do now before spring nats. There's other things, but I forget. I've got a list somewhere of everything I've got to do. I can't think of any. Oh, I ripped one of the V-bands off the exhaust, but I have a heap of V-bands over there I'll fix it with. And then I don't know what else, but I'll work it out. So I'll give you an update. I don't know if I'm starting to regret doing these rims or enjoy doing these rims. Can't make me mind up, but I grinded most of it off. That is 36 grit butt, so I have 36, 60, 120. And then I ended up, well, they were already there, I knew I'd had to do them. A heap of low spots, so I just put weld over them again. Still got a sand all around here. Just gave it a quick pass. Basically the only bit that's like ready for the next grit is this bit. I'll give the inside a bit of a go so it's all even. Go up the grits, give it a go. And then by the looks of it, I'm going to end up sandblasting high fill sand, high fill sand, high fill sand, and then paint. Because I don't think it's going to be good enough to powder coat, but that doesn't bother me. It's going on a burnout car, so. I don't even know where we're up to because we're chopping and changing, but I got the tyres for the steelies that I'm making. I just got 315s. They're actually run flats. The sidewalls are like thick as. But that's set back now because Demolition Derby is next weekend. Not a good. I think I put in here before or something, when I was cutting the exhaust off here, I cut the power steering line and then I put that little bit in it, but it didn't hold. So I'm going to try and slide it up a bit further and put more hose clamps on it. Fingers crossed that works. Then we are going to weld these two doors shut. Weld these two doors shut. Two doors shut. Friggin' English soon. I need to make an fuel tank bracket, mesh on the front window, plate in this door, weld these doors shut. I also got a flash thing for the AU, big twin plate, uni clutch, billet flywheel, meant. Oh, and I also got a HDT or HBD, Holden by Design wing for the street car. Just got to clean the old glue up off the bottom of it and drop it off to good old Rocker to get painted. And yeah, so this is the main thing right now. How good's that? So this is I swear I've said it before, but this is a backpack. It's made for the fireys. Oh, I don't even have a hose clamp there yet. This is a backpack made for the fireys, Bushfire Council, and they have a fitting in the bottom corner that's like an adjustable fitting. So, and then they've got a nozzle on the end to spray with. Well, there's a couple of them, so I just took that nozzle out of another one, drilled a hole in here, and put the return in. Adios. Now I've just got to make a mount for the. Yeah, I've just got to make a mount for it. Put the lid back on. Oop. There we go. Just needs a mount for it now. And we're on. And just like that, we got a fuel tank holder. It's welded to the nuts that used to hold the seat belts. As you can see, one's just there. One's obviously just there. Then I'll get a strap or something and strap it down. Can't get out anyhow, so once it's strapped down, it'll be nice. Perfect. We're getting there. We've done 2 plates there, 2 plates here, 2 plates here. Absolutely pissing down rain. Cut. He's welding my rim up for me now because it leaked. Cut this into 100mm lengths. One there, one there, one there, and one there. Then cut this one into 100mm lengths. One here, one there, and one over there to straddle the bottom. Then this side's done. I've got to mesh the front window, put a big plate in that door, fully weld that door shut, and then do these on that door. Take 2. Get it done. Don't know exactly where I'm up to, but I just cut the face out of that one. There's so much stuff going on. Welded the mesh. Welded, this side's all welded out. I just got to put a strap from that chain link to that chain link to hold that down. This back door's welded. I just got to put one there, put a plate in the door, weld this door up. There's so much going on. And then the uni clutch is here. Billet flywheel. Need to put that in here. I'm just waiting for the cross member and mount to show up from Melwood. I just put a Welsh plug in there. I got to put one in the back of there still. Got to put the wastegate on, make the exhaust. I've ordered the oval pipe and screamer pipe and all that. I've got a HBD lip for the street car. Then once the wastegate's on, I can bolt that on for good, gearbox, drive shaft, and start on wiring. But I just need to put the face in this drum. I got the tyres for them too, they're just there. Need to put the face in this drum. I need to weld that into that drum. It's got so much going on at the moment. It's a bit overwhelming, but we'll get there. Got to have this done before lunch tomorrow, because lunchtime tomorrow, which is Sunday, I got to leave to go to work, and I will not be back much at all next week. Then Saturday, Kenny comes and paints this, and then Sunday's the derby. So I'm just trying to smash this out, but what do you call it? It's ADHD, ODD, whatever the fuck they are. I got them all. So I started with that, then went to this, then started playing with this, and now I think I'm going to go back to this. I don't know. Fun. We're literally chopping and changing everywhere, but I drilled these holes to put fuel in it. It's getting tuned tonight. Hopefully get all the limiters turned, limp modes turned off. And I stuffed the wheel studs on the weekend, all of them. So I got some new ones and put them in, and I'm just admiring it how these axles are still mint. So I went to stick it back in. Yeah, something's not mint inside of there. So I guess we're gonna have a look at that now. As usual, I forgot to film, but I ended up having a spare centre, and luckily had a mini spool sitting there, so it's not welded anymore. I put a mini spool in it, it's all filled back up with oil. Everything's back on. Kenny's either coming tomorrow, I think he's coming tomorrow to paint it Saturday. I've just got a braided line for the clutch line for the AU. I just Loctited that ring on. I literally just got back from the bearing shop to get a bearing to put in there. Scotty's coming this weekend to make the screamer in a dump pipe. I'm just about to put the flywheel on, clutch on, bell housing on, and then wait for tomorrow when someone's here to help me put the box in. The cross member and mount showed up from Melwood, so we'll get the box in. The drive shaft's over there in the corner. We'll get the drive shaft in, that'll be the whole drive line done. Then once Scotty does the exhaust, which all of it's here, just been working, so the round to oval, that's for the screamer pipe. The rest of the bends are all sitting up there and all the straights and everything, but yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. We'll get this one up, and then I'll start making that one when the next one when Kenny gets here to start painting that. And I won't be here while Scotty's making the exhaust, so the updates of that. But thanks for watching. Even though I suck at remembering stuff, but I'm going to quickly jam this in, and I've got to go down past Wollongong. So this is the busiest part of the year. Everyone trying to get swimming pools in before summer, so I have next to no time to do anything. But I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.